In today's video, we'll be finding out how to complete this bold, complementary color eyeshadow look using Urban Decay's Born to Run eyeshadow palette. Stay tuned to find out how we did it. The first and perhaps most important step is to apply a primer all over the face to help makeup last longer throughout the day. Today we'll be using the NYX Pore Filling Primer to obviously fill in pores and create a smooth finish. Apply with fingers on the forehead, nose, chin, and cheeks. Next, to create an even base for the rest of the makeup, swipe on a foundation that best matches your skin tone. I'm applying the Tarte Amazonian Clay Stick Foundation. Blend this in with a blending sponge or a foundation brush. To brighten areas of the face, I'm adding a slightly lighter concealer under the eyes, on the forehead, chin, and nose to create dimension. This one is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Also blend this in with a sponge or a brush. I'm heavily applying a loose powder, Coty Airspun Loose Powder in Translucent, where we apply the concealer and let it sit so we make sure all of the cream product we just put down stays in place. While that sits, we'll be adding some dimension back into the face by applying a cool tone brown shade from this Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette called Desert. Brush this on around the perimeter of the face, on the sides of the nose, and under the cheekbones to create the illusion of shadows. The next step is to wipe away all of that excess powder we packed on earlier, blending it all over the face. With a brush, I'm swirling on the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Thrilled on the apples of the cheeks to bring back some life into the face. Since we created shadows on the face with the contour, we'll be adding some highlights. To make it stand out more, I'm adding these Smashbox shimmer drops on the high points of the cheeks, blending with my fingers and a sponge. To set that and amplify the shine, I'm adding a loose powder highlight from Wet n Wild, also on the high points of the face, in addition to on the nose, the cupid's bow above the top lip, and a little bit on the forehead. With that, the base makeup is all done and we'll move on to the eyes. First, we'll make the brows bolder with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, brushing the hairs up with the spoolie on one end and filling in the sparse areas with the other end. For our eyeshadow look today, we'll be going into the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. Dipping into this bone shade, Weekender, I'm using a windshield wiper motion to apply it into the crease. This makes it easier for the other colors to blend later. The next color we're dipping into is this bright coral shade called Still Shot, and also applying that into the crease with the same motion. This color will create a nice gradient on the eye and diffuses harsh lines. Next, I'm using Baja to define and create depth in the eye. I'm applying this color in the outer third portion and slightly blending. This color, Hellride, is also being applied to the outer corner of the eye, further providing depth into the lid, but also some color variation. Now using this super shimmery bright teal shade called Big Sky, I'm giving the look a pop of color. This blue color works really well with the oranges in the look already because they're complementary colors. This color is super pigmented, but still pack on a few layers for more intensity. Again, going into Baja, I'm brushing this all along the lower lash line, closing off the eye and balancing the top and bottom of the eye, making it more symmetrical and appealing. For a little more definition and cohesiveness, I'm adding Hell Ride to the outer third portion of the lower lash. Using this bright, shimmery shade, Blaze, I'm adding highlights and more brightness to the eye by adding it to the inner corner in the tear duct and underneath the eyebrow on the brow bone. With that, we're going to finish off the eye look with a coat of mascara, which will help define the eyes more and lengthen the lashes. This one is the Tarte Man-Eater Mascara. Last but not least, we'll complete the look with a complementary lip color. Today we're using the Tarte Tarteist Quick Dry Matte Lip Paint in Rosé, which is an orangey nude color. And with that, we're all done. Here's a couple close-ups of the finished look. Thanks for watching.